Hi everyone, welcome you all to More Learning Hub. Today in this video we will be discussing about global and regional summits. This is a very important topic for all different government exams. So I have divided it into two parts. In the first part we will be covering all the important global summits, and in the second part we will be covering the regional summits. So starting with the first one. So the first one is G7 summit, whose members are Japan, US, Germany, France, Italy, Canada and UK. So this year it was hosted in Canada. The location was Alberta, and India is the guest country. It was invited as a guest country. The discussion included Middle East tension, Russia-Ukraine war, the US imposed trade tariffs, global economy trade and energy security, AI, quantum tech and critical minerals. So I have marked all the important points over here. You can take a reference. And this year India's role was basically in AI regulation and green transition, and it advocated for global South concern, especially climate finance and development aid. Moving to the next one, we have G4 group. So G4 group is a group of 4 nations: India, Japan, Germany and Brazil. So it was formed to demand United Nations Security Council permanent seat. Currently UNSC has 5 permanent members, you would be knowing, that is US, UK, France, Russia and China. So in 2025, the G4 group is going to adopt a strategy where they will be lobbying African nations for support, pushing to the negotiation at UN. Okay. Moving to the next one, UNFCCC, which is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So what it does, it is a global summit on climate change organized under UNFCCC. The conference of parties, what it is a global summit on climatic change. Its objective is to review and enhance efforts to fight global warming and reduce GHG emission. GHG is greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas. So the key concept included Paris Agreement, which is limiting warming to below 2 degrees Celsius, and ideally it should be 1.5 degrees Celsius. NDCs, each country's commitment to reduce emission. CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility. Developed nations should do more. Why? Because it is believed that developed nations which have already developed, they have contributed more towards the pollution. So now they should be support financially to the developing countries to achieve their goals. Recently, on 2025, it will be hosted by Brazil, and the expected discussion area will be on Amazon rainforest. And India's role will be advocating climate justice, initiated ISA and CDRI, which is International Solar Alliance, and Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure and Mission Life. Moving to the next one, we have G20 Summit. So what is G20 Summit? It is world's 20 largest economies. India is a member of G20 Summit. So the focus area is basically global economy, trade, climate finance, inclusive development. A recent update for 2025 was on February 2021. On 2025, foreign minister was invited for the discussion. So S. Jaisankar, he represented India to bolster Global South agenda. And G20 India presidency was on 2023. The theme was One Earth, One Family, One Future. So 2025 it will be held under South Africa's presidency. Moving to the next one, we have BRICS Summit. So in BRICS, we have Russia, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and many more members. So its focus is to reform global institution, counter Western dominance. Then India's role, so this year it was hosted by Brazil. So upcoming year it will be hosted by, in 2026 it will be, sorry, the sequence is a bit wrong. So we are expecting on 2026 India will be hosting the BRICS Summit. India's role as a founding member is to push for multipolar world and reforms of UN. Moving to the next one, we have SCO Summit, which is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Members are China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Central Asian nation. It focuses on security, terrorism, economic and regional stability. India's role was to criticize terrorism, promote connectivity in Eurasia. Moving to the next one, we are left with UN Summit. UN conduct various important summits, so like General Assembly, SDGs, and biodiversity, desertification. So all these are the different summits conducted by UN. You can take a look at it. Moving to the next one, we are in the part 2 of this discussion, that is regional summit, Asia, Indo-Pacific and Neighborhood. India is a major player in this Asia-centric or regional cooperation platform. We will start with the first one, which is SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It has 8 members: India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Afghanistan. It focuses on regional cooperation in South Asia, but its current status is a bit inactive due to Indo-Pak conflict. So SAARC summit have been suspended since 2014. Now India, in place of SAARC, it is giving more focus towards BIMSTEC. So next we will be studying about BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC is Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. Its members are India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand. It focuses on trade, connectivity, energy, regional stability. And why it is important for India? Because Pakistan is not a member and India promotes it as an alternative to SAARC. Okay. So these are some of the initiatives taken by India. Sagarmala Act is policy. So if you'll go into it, you can better understand all these initiatives. So next is ASEAN Summit, India-ASEAN Dialogue. There are 10 members. India is a strategic partner, not a member. So it's focused on maritime cooperation, trade and culture. India is a part of ASEAN-led forums like EAS and ARF. Next we have IORA, that is Indian Ocean Rim Association. Its members are coastal nations of Indian Ocean. India is a key player and it focuses on maritime trade, security, disaster management. Next we have Quad Group, that is Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. It has 4 members, as the name suggests: India, USA, Japan and Australia. It is focused in Indo-Pacific security, this is important, supply chain, tech and vaccines. It is not a military alliance but a counter China's influence on Indo-Pacific. It promotes free and open Indo-Pacific. So next I have given the summary of all the important points that we discussed so far in a tabular format so that we can revise quickly. We have COP, and which comes under global type, which is a global summit. Its key focus is on climate change. India's role is active, so these are some initiatives. Similarly, G20 is a global, it focuses on economy, India is a member. BRICS type is Global South, it focuses on multipolarity and it's a founding member. SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, it is regional, it focuses on security, India is a member since 2017. SAARC, regional, focuses on development, India is a founding member. Next is the BIMSTEC. Its type is regional, focusing on Bay of Bengal. Its key focus is on connectivity. India's role is Act East Alternative. ASEAN India, it is regional, focuses on trade and culture. It is a strategic partner. IORA, it is maritime organization, key focus on blue economy, and India lead the organization. Next is the Quad, it is strategic, it focuses on Indo-Pacific, and India is a founding member. So you can take a screenshot if you want to revise. Next, I have covered some important summits that held in 2025. So first is the G7 summit. It occurred between June 15 to 17 in the location Canada. Its key focus area was AI, climate, Ukraine, Middle East and conflicts. Next is the BRICS. The date was July 6 to 7. The location was Brazil. It focuses on expansion, Global South, economic cooperation. The next is the BIMSTEC. It happened between April 2 to 4 in Thailand. Focused on regional integration and it gave a vision for 2030. Next is the SCO. It held in China between June 25 to 26. It focused on security, economic and digital cooperation. So next is COP29. Okay, COP29 has already taken place in 2024, so I'll move to COP30, which is planned to occur in November 2025 in Brazil. So the focus area will be climate negotiation in the Amazon region. Hope this video helped you a lot in understanding different global and regional summits, and it will also be helpful in your upcoming exams. So if you like the video, please press on the like button, give me a comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.